morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the small station from the northeast UK. Hope everything is fine with you guys and enjoying all looking forward to the weekend. All the fun. A little bit of a change on the background. Live footage from the home QTH here in the northeast UK at the moment. Here we go, just so you can see what the weather's like. Nice blue skies, lovely cloud cover. You can see on the top there the 2 element beam. I'm currently beaming for VK, which is Australia for you guys. Seeing what we can do. Already worked a few stations this morning. Into Europe, not too bad on 20 meters. Thought I'd give it a bit of a try and see what I got. Wasn't expecting many contacts. Got a few. I thought I'd bring a live stream to you guys, show you what's happening. So, like I say, a little bit of a change in the background as a startup with the live feed from the camera, looking out towards the east. Yeah, looking out towards the east from here in the northeast UK. If I bring the camera down a little bit further, you'll see the tops of houses. Not worth it. Anyway, we'll switch it back over to to the console. If I can get it sorted. I can't find it now. It's disappeared. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Everything's gone. It's disappeared. Don't you like live streams? Everything you don't know what's gonna happen. There we go. Switch that over. Bring that up. Bring that up. And I hope you're enjoying the live feed from the camera. Something different, you know. Can't have it always. Anyway, I'll switch it over to the dull console. There we go. There's the console. Right. Hope everything's fine with you guys. There's a bit of a laugh at the start of a laugh and a change, as it were, at the start of the live stream. Got to try and mix things up a little bit and try and show you something different other than jumping straight in to the console. Why not? You know, that's what we do. I'm saying that's what we do. That's what I do. Try and mix things up. Show you something different each time. Doesn't always happen, but it's there. Anyway, 20 meters. There's been quite a bit of activity, as you can see on the scope. There's a lot of VK stations being spotted. They're on Clublog. I think it's Clublog. I'm telling you, it's Clublog. Yeah, Clublog spots. There was a lot of VK stations being spotted there on the cluster, which tells you that the band's been open in towards Australia. VK, which is New Zealand, out of Europe, so there's been a lot of European stations working in towards Australia and New Zealand. So I have put a few calls out to try and tempt a few contacts with Australia. There hasn't been much of a bite for me, but it's one of them things. Given the location I'm at, it is a challenge, no doubt about that. The antenna it's not as high as I would like it. It's only 30 foot above the ground. Given how the antenna's situated, it's one of them things. Good morning, Roel. Nice of you to join. Please, you can join us on the feed there from Facebook. try and get another feed going. Hopefully. What's happening? Something's happening. Yeah. So 20 meters, like I say, has been quite active here at the moment, and like I say, a few contacts. I've had a few European contacts, Spain, Italy, just a normal, should I say, local to me, because they do come in quite well from Italy and Spain. As you gathered from one of the streams, France on the vertical, which was quite interesting, to say the least. I always come into the live stream not expecting, or with low expectations. Good morning, Fran. Please, you can join. Ernie. Ernie, I've been up since 3:30 this morning. 0330 this morning, so a day off work, and I'm up at daft o'clock. I thought I'd bring a live stream now. 20 meters was open, so I thought I'd give it a try. 40 meters, to be honest, was absolutely stomping this morning. There was a lot of stations on there. Big signals coming in on 40 meters, so there's always something there for somebody. So it looks as though band conditions, we're getting over this solar storm that we had an impact with from the sun. Looks like that's fading out a little bit, and the band conditions are looking up. Try our best. I'll try and bring you a bit of a entertaining show. What can I say? Do my best, like I say, from the small station out of the UK. For you guys that are just joining, the equipment is the IC7300, small radio, bit of a what is it? Introductory radio. Can I say that? For the price it is, you can't go wrong. Has a big impact. A lot of people are using them. Big with the amateur world. Amplifier, the Meritron Alpha Lima 84, giving us 200 watts at the moment, and a 2-element tri-band beam. Like I say, 30 foot above the ground, putting the signals out, getting me where I need to be. Where are we? Hopefully that wasn't coming through double. I don't think it was. I think I had that turned off. Yes. Right, so the frequency I'm using at the moment is that I'm on at the moment is 14262. Put a few calls out. I'm not going to put the audio through the headset. I'm just going to run it as it is through the studio mic. If you want the audio, or you want the more of a radio experience, let us know. I'll change the settings. I'll put the audio through the headset, give you the more of a radio feel as to what other people or other stations are hearing and how they hear me over the air. Gives you that sense of radio feel. Good morning, Phil Weaven, G0, Papa Alpha Whiskey. You're looking forward to getting that radio. You won't regret it. It is a fantastic radio. A lot of features in the radio. I'm not going to explain everything. YouTube, there's a lot of videos of what the radio is capable of. The one thing that you don't really see a lot of on the YouTube videos is people remoting the IC7300. Surprisingly, I thought there might have been a few more people posting a tutorials on how to remote the IC7300. It's easy enough once you get the software. The software's the good one, the biggest part of it. Once you get all that set up, radio's perfect. Good morning to HRDX Island. Just out of curiosity, HRDX Island, oh, if you don't mind, could you give me your name, just so I can make a note of it, write it down, and that would be perfect. Just for me. I can put that out there for if you want, for other guys to see who's behind your post, as it were. And yeah, the 756 Pro 3, them are great radios actually, solid, but they do have issues. I know that from experience. It's a local radio club. I'll not go into it, but it still works, but not as well as it should. It's a bit on the poorly side. Anyway, here we go. We'll put a few calls out here on 20 meters. I'll turn the volume up, see what we can get, and keep the bands going. I do have the beam beaming around 60 degrees, which is for VK Australia. See how it goes. Thanks very much for that, David. Much appreciated. I'll make a note of that. I do have a note of a couple of people, just for when you come on, I can give you a name if you're happy with that. That's great. There's me being silent while I write something down. Multitasking. Who can do it? Anyway, anybody can do it if they put their mind to it. Right, we'll put the calls out. There'll be no monitor on the radio, so you won't hear my voice. But like I say, if you want to get the radio feel, drop us a comment, and we'll see what we can do. I did see. I don't know if it's come through. I do have a viewer on YouTube, and welcome to you for watching on YouTube. Bear with me. I'll see if I can get that up there, and then we'll stop on the calls out. In fact, I'll start doing that now. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Golf 6 Mike November Delta. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Golf 6 Mike November Delta. Is this frequency in use? CQ20, CQ20 meters, CQ20, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, calling CQ20, CQ20 meters, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, listening for any call. You now have radio audio. Are you alright if I switch that on for you? You might hear who I'm working. CQ20, CQ20 meters, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, calling CQ20 meters, CQ, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, QRZ20. It may be a bit of a slow one. I'll just swing the beam, turn the beam. At the moment, beaming for VK in Australia. We do hear some of the European stations in between, so we'll see how that goes. CQ20, CQ20 meters, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, calling CQ20 meters, CQ, Golf 6 Mike November Delta, QRZ. And if you notice from the previous stream, I have moved the camera, moved the webcam back to its original position. So it just didn't seem right where it was. CQ20, 20 meters, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ20, 20 meters, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. CQ20, CQ20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ 20 meters, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. I was busy earlier. CQ 20 meters, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ20, CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. It's really quiet, it went quiet compared to what it was earlier. CQ20, CQ20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ 20 meters, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. Very, very quiet. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Propagation's a strange thing. I'm now beaming in towards Europe, Spain, Italy, Italy more so. CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. See if we can tempt a few Italian stations. CQ20, CQ20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. QRZ. I heard the station. QRZ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta. Oscar Hotel 3 Echo Lima Bravo, I believe that was. Go ahead.
Mike November Delta from EA7 stroke Oscar Hotel 3 Echo Lima Bravo. Name is Sammy this side, and you're coming here 5 and 9. I believe it's Lee, over.
Yeah, QSL Sammy, doing a great job. I've actually switched over to the vertical antenna, multi-band vertical antenna. I'm getting you better on that than I am the beam at the moment. But doing a fantastic job. 5.8, 5.7, 5.8 here into the northeast UK at the moment. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, I'm on a vertical as well. I'm on a multi-band vertical as well. I have a GB80. I think the model is GB80. Without any radio, it's really cheap to buy. It's under €100 and would be less than 70 quid. So it's really cheap.
That's now the beam.
With straight aluminium rod and a bottom inside of the base.
Vertical
G6 Mike
beam.
You're 5 and 9 here in Almeria, over.
Yeah, no problem there. Sammy doing a great job. I've now switched it over to the 2-element tri-band beam. Now beaming for you there into Spain. Doing a fantastic job there at the moment. Running 200 watts and the 2-element beam. Like I say, I switched between the two aerials. I was receiving you better on the vertical. Now I've got the beam to you, it's a little bit better there, so great to get you. And WX over here, it's nice blue skies, temperatures of around 8 degrees at the moment there, Sammy. Pleasure to get you for the first time, yeah, the first QSO I've had there, Sammy. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSO, but I've actually seen the video of your station still working, my friend. OH90NA, Mr. Epe. And yeah, well, I just realized it's your call sign, and I just quickly put it on the QRZ, and yeah, I found you, and it's the same guy. But I've never spoken to you, but it's always a pleasure to meet new guys on the band. And for your information, we are normally here on 263, 265, depending on the QR Mexico. From EK2 CBC, and other guys from Zulu Lima, and then there's G4 Willie Mike Peter, Mr. Mel, and G0 OUF, Mr. John. And they are normally every morning here, so they might pop in and say hello if they hear me here. But anyway, the 267 is normally for in the mornings. It's for Oscar Hotel morning net. So I didn't hear anybody there, so I browsed around and found you here, believe. Anyway, the 2-element beam is doing fine as well. You're peaking 5 decibels over 9 here at the moment, so it's also the propagation is waking up. It should be the best in about 45 minutes for me to direction UK anyway. So it's picking up slowly, but when it's up, it's always like a local connection. G6 Mike November Delta from EA7 stroke OH3 ELB.
Yeah, EA7 stroke OH3 ELB doing a fantastic job. Lovely strong signal there at the moment. It's one of them things. I was actually beaming for VK without any luck, to be honest. And I'm surprised somebody recognised the call sign. I wasn't expecting that one, Sammy. Yeah, I have a few regular contacts with Repe. Always a pleasure to work him. I think he knows that as well. But yeah, great to get you in the log there, Sammy. I'll not hold you. Obviously, if there is a regular net on this frequency, I'm more than happy to QSY a little bit further down just to make way for you guys. That's not a problem. If I hear anybody in the net they want to start the net, that's not a problem. I don't mind moving down a little bit. As long as they let us know, I'm quite happy with that there, Sammy. Microphone back to you for a final, and I'll put the calls out, but bearing in mind with that net that generally goes on. Echo Alpha 7 stroke Oscar Hotel 3 Echo Lima Bravo Golf 6 Mike November Delta. Go ahead.
It's not easy to pronounce anyway. In any language, and I don't enjoy using it, but I have to do it because I don't have yet the EA7 call for me, so I'm not permanently here. I work in Oscar Hotel, so I have to go back there. So anyway, this exact frequency, you might find the UK guys talking to VKs right on this frequency from 260 up to 265. Then they skip the 267, 266, 267, and they go to 270 sometimes. So you never know, you might get some VK contacts. So you're on the correct. But anyway, you're on the correct frequency area anyway, because there is a lot of VKs and Zulu Limas calling on these areas. So good luck with that. And no worries, you don't have to QSY for me. I will be QSYing back to 267 for a while and listen there if I can hear any Oscar Hotel stations. There was nobody. They started 15 minutes ago, and I didn't hear anybody, so the skip is just picking up, so it should be around 10-15 minutes, and it should be okay for Finland. Yeah, by the way, I'm running a Kenwood TS-870, with the vertical only about 6 meters off the ground, so there you go. We are located only about less than a mile away from the beach, there is a small town, Roquetas de Mar, we live in the Roquetas, but we live in the outskirts of the city, and next to the greenhouses here. If you look on satellite map, if you look up Roquetas or Almeria, you will notice a big white blob on the satellite map. That's where we live, because it's all full of greenhouses. We have about 60 kilometers of greenhouses each way, or 30 each way, 16 total. It's a greenhouse, plastic ocean, the locals call this area, so it's a plastic ocean, Mar de Plastico. Okay, well, Lee, it was a pleasure, and say hi to Repe if you hear him. He should be on in the mornings unless he's working, who knows, he might be on as well. Catch you later, and pleasure was all mine. C6 Mike November Delta from EA7, Hotel 3 Echo Lima Bravo. 73, mate.
Yeah, will do. I'll pass on the comments when I hear Rep here. Not a problem with that. For your reference, with the vertical antenna that I was using on this side was the Hustler 6-band trap vertical with a ground plane rather than the radials when we first started the QSO. So that was the vertical antenna. So just so you're aware of what the differences between the two aerials were. So yeah, you take it easy there, Sammy. Absolute pleasure to hear you. Look after yourself while you're out there in Spain, and no doubt we'll catch you further down the log. Echo Alpha 7 stroke Oscar Hotel 3 Echo Lima Bravo Golf 6 Mike November Delta. Take care, Sammy. Look after yourself. 7-3 QRZ Golf 6 Mike November Delta. QRZ Golf 6 Mike November Delta Golf 6 Mike November Delta QRZ. I'll swing the beam back up, back around. So that was a beaming around 180. Good morning, Ray. G0VLF. Nice to see you out there. CQ 20 meters. CQ 20 Golf 6 Mike November Delta Golf 6 Mike November Delta calling CQ 20 CQ Golf 6 Mike November Delta QRZ. I'm actually, I was a Yankee Romeo. QRZ Golf 6 Mike November Delta. There was a station there. Good morning, Fran. I think it's Mike 6 Yankee India Kilo. I think that's right there, Fran, isn't it? I could be wrong. Apologies if it is. QRZ Golf 6 Mike November Delta Golf 6 Mike November Delta QRZ. You're right, the bands weren't great yesterday, they were poor. CQ20 Golf 6 Mike November Delta Golf 6 Mike November Delta QRZ. Ray, all I'm going to say is just look at the face. That's all I'm going to say. Not yet though, not yet, don't worry. CQ Golf 6 Mike November Delta Golf 6 Mike November Delta QRZ. You know what I mean, Ray. CQ Golf 6 Mike November Delta Golf 6 Mike November Delta QRZ. All I can say, Ray, is watch this space. Well, I'm not going to say too much. CQ Golf 6 Mike November Delta Golf 6 Mike November Delta calling CQ 20 meters Golf 6 Mike November Delta QRZ. CQ Golf 6 Mike November Delta Golf 6 Mike November Delta QRZ. Well, let's just say, Ray, the Ameritron is still here at the moment. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. CQ20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ20, CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. That's me beaming for VK. It doesn't seem to be a lot, and if you've noticed, there's not a lot of spots on the cluster, on the scope there, so we'll keep calling, put a few more out. I might switch it over to 40 for briefly to see what's on there. CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. Actually, I'll swing the beam up towards up towards Japan, see if we can hear any JAs. CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. It's looking very quiet on the bands beaming up that way, that direction. Let's turn that down a moment. So if you remember at the start of the stream, I actually started the stream with the a view from outside with the CCTV. Now, I've just had a look there. This is what it's looking like now. It's not looking very clever out there at the moment. It's looking quite cloudy. So I'll still put a few more calls out. Put a few more calls out for beaming Japan. See what we can get. If we can hear anything, we'll work them. There's no sort of, if I can hear them, oh, it's that call saying I don't do that. If I can hear the station, I'll work the station. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that's the outlook of what it is today. As you can see, the cloud movement. There's a little bit of a breeze up there, and looking out to the west, the other side of the camera, the back of the camera, it's looking extremely dull. Looks like there's the weather's going to change quite rapid. So early on it was nice clear blue skies. Now it's starting to become a little bit cloudy here in the northeast UK. So the little bit of a weather show for you, or look at the sky, however you look at it. But there we go. Right, we'll turn it back. Switch the. We'll get on to the put more calls out on 20 meters. I am beaming for Japan at the moment. Doesn't matter where you beam, just put the calls out. Regardless of where you're beaming, you might get contacts, you might not. It's radio. You're not guaranteed contacts unless you've got massive towers. But that honestly, that is not, that's just general banter. That's what it is, general banter, nothing more, nothing less. So don't want to upset anybody. Anyway, we'll get back to it. We'll turn the oh, hey, that's all this station is. It's just, I like to have a laugh. I like to enjoy it. Bring you guys a show. Rather than sit there monotone, bring it out. Have a laugh with you guys. Yeah, you take it easy, David. Catch up with you further down. If I hear you on the other side, as it were, as they say. I may give you a shout. Look after yourself. Ray, you're right. It would be better if we could hear a VK, but it's just a shame the band conditions are one of them. Anyway, here we go. We'll put the calls out. Like I say, beaming for Japan. I'll get that volume turned up. Here we go. CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ 20 meter, CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. And if you've noticed, I'm not specific in where the beam is pointing, which location I'm trying to work. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. You'll probably hear a station calling for a certain area. It just makes it a little bit more difficult for somebody that wants to work you, but they hear you calling for a certain area. Some people, even though you're calling for certain areas, they'll still jump in, but some operators, I'm not saying all, but some do tend to jump on you for calling in when they're not looking for your sort of area, as it were. So I put calls out. I don't call CQDX. It's not worth it. General CQ, put the call out. Anybody that comes back the call, I'll work. That's the top and bottom of it for me. CQ 20 meter, CQ 20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ 20, CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. If a station comes back and I can't quite hear them, then I'll swing the beam. It's what it's on a rotator for. Why not use it? Don't want to burn it out though. That would be daft. There'd be more money for more equipment, and the XYL should kill us. I'm only joking, just winding her up. CQ 20 meter, CQ 20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ 20, CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. CQ 20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ 20 meter, CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. CQ 20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. QRZ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. CQ 20 meter, CQ 20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ 20 meter, CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. It's looking quite quiet that direction, so swing the beam around. Beaming more towards India. Just trying to think. Thailand, beaming around Thailand. No, I'm not. Yeah, beaming towards India. Let's get me bearings on the map. CQ, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, calling CQ 20, CQ 20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. CQ20, CQ20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. CQ20 meters, CQ20, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, Golf 6, Mike, November Delta, QRZ. It's quiet, give it that. Anyway, I'll switch it over to 40 meters. We'll have a listen on 40, see what that's like, and then we'll go from there. The band's just starting to open up, so we'll take a listen on 40 meters and we'll come back to 20. If we can't get anything else on 20 meters, I'll just call it a day and I'll disappear and maybe bring another stream later on if the band's open. 40 meters, there is
Denmark. That's my two good signals, I do it.
Germany, German station.
My friend, and hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Thank you.
Italy. It's one thing I forgot to do this morning. Stations I worked, just let you know where the station was actually located. I must remember to do that. I do apologise for that. I said I was going to do that. It's 40 meters looks to be alive-ish. I wouldn't say perfect, but certainly signals out there. Anyway, I'm just going to call it. I'm going to go down, get some breakfast. I might make love in the breakfast. I don't know. Bacon sandwich. There you go. Breakfast in bed. Is that how you meant to treat the lady? Breakfast and a cup of tea. We'll see. She'll think there's something wrong. Think I'm after something. Maybe a new linear. We don't know. Anyway. Right. You guys, thank you very much for joining. We'll have one more listen on 20 meters. I'll just scan through, see what signals are out there, and then I'll go down. What's that one there? I can see a couple of signals. That's the joys of having two aerials. You don't have to keep swinging the beam. I'm turning the dial. You can't hear anything. The joys of having two aerials. That was a waste of time, wasn't it? Yeah, joys of having two aerials. You can switch between the two straight away. It makes it easier. One aerial may receive better than the other. You can switch between the two. With this setup here at the minute, the aerials are tuned more or less the same. There's not much difference, so switching them and transmitting without tuning, there's not a great deal of difference. So that's how I could get away when I was speaking to Sammy, Oscar Hotel 3 Echo Lima Bravo. I was beaming up towards VK at about 60 degrees from here. Couldn't really hear him that great. Switched it over to the vertical and received him quite well, and gives us a chance to turn the beam towards him. I could transmit between the two aerials because the SWR on both aerials are pretty much the same, similar readings on both of them. Some people probably argue you need to tune it. It didn't need tuning as much is required. So there we go. So it is, if you can, have a beam and have a vertical, switch between the two. Have at least 2 aerials. Gives you a fallback antenna. That's it. It makes it a bit easier. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining. 7-3 from here in the northeast UK. Take it easy. We'll get there eventually. I am going, don't worry. Look after yourselves. 7-3 from here in a small station from the northeast UK. Golf 6 Mike November Delta. Off and clear. Take care. 7.